Hey everybody, welcome back to another bonus episode of Horror Talks with Tate. My name is Tate Irons and I'm your host for this podcast, and I cannot wait to return for another bonus episode. As you guys remember, in the last one we had Jack Hoy with us who will play the role of Viral Hunt, and it was so great talking to him about his role. Anyway, today we have another special guest here with us. We have Meghan Adara here with us, who
Hi.
will be in The Cellar and Amelia, and she also played a background character in Winnie the Pooh Blunt Honey 2. So,
Mhm.
so please welcome Meghan Adara. How you doing?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really great, thank you.
Good. Thank you for having me on. I'm very excited.
Me too. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I gotta say, because since you've been acting, how did you
hmm
get into acting, especially in the horror genre?
Mm. Um, so I got into acting through just like doing it as like like when you're younger, you go to like little like fun little activities to do like during the summer holidays. And I always liked doing acting, so I always seemed to pick like acting um things to do during the summer holidays, and then I would join a theatre group, and that's where I got into acting and found out that I really liked it. And then from there, I just went to college and uni studying acting. Um, and I don't really remember how I got into horror. I think it kind of just happened. Like the roles that I would go for were more leaning towards drama, horror than, drama, comedy sort of things. I've always been interested in horror. It wasn't like I started out being like, I want to go into horror. This is the genre I want to do. It just kind of happened. And yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's great because I've been into horror since like 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, and I started to love it. And I'm also
Mm.
really happy that have you heard that I'm involved in the RIP man?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I was completely stunned and I was really looking forward to it.
Great.
Yeah.
What are you doing in terms of
Um,
involvement?
so I'm as one of a missing person. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, because they said
Cool.
that they filmed the missing person poster scene.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Cool. That's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. So what do you think the audience feel when they see the movies that you're in?
Um, I'm not really too sure. Like, I think obviously the majorities of like of films I've done, no one's really seen, apart from obviously The Cellar, because it's had such a great response to it, and obviously love horror, so it's obviously going to have some form of following. So I wouldn't really necessarily know what they think when it's my movies, if you know what I mean. But I guess in the sense of what people think when they watch The Cellar is a different take on horror. It's not necessarily the traditional like gory, jump scary kind of horror films that, the majority of them are. Um, it's a different twist on horror films, and I think it's really unique. So I hope that when they see the films that not necessarily that I'm in, but other people are in with me, that they take away a different sense of what horror films can be compared to what they usually think that they are. So I guess that, I guess that.
Yeah, yeah, that's so cool. So, if you like horror, what is your favorite horror film or franchise and why?
So I like The Conjuring, um, because I'm the typical kind of person of when I think horror, I think, jump scares and gore. So before doing The Cellar, that was what I thought a horror film was.
Mhm.
Having all those like really like gruesome like scenes as well. So The Conjuring for me, it like genuinely scared me, and that's what I like with a horror film. I like to go to bed feeling terrified, for
Mm.
some reason. So I really like them. And I really liked the film Insidious. I think there's only one of it, but I mean, it terrified me. Um, and then I also like It.
Oh.
Um, I mean, I don't like it, but I do like it. Like, it really scared me, but I don't like clowns.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, I kind of went to bed with nightmares for like a very, very, very long time. So I'd say that they're like the three, horror films that I like, and remember watching and remembers had like a profound like feet like me having a profound feeling to them, and response. So I'd say those three.
Yeah, yeah, that's so cool. Because it was the first horror movie I watched.
Oh
And
wow. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because I watched a clip from it before I got into horror, and I really started
Mm,
to really enjoy it. And
mm.
my two most favorite franchises is Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, well, also known as
Yeah.
the Twisted Childhood Universe, because Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare had been released in the US.
Mm.
Um,
Yes.
and my other one is Terrifier.
Oh yes. Yes. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I've seen the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
Oh,
Apparently, the second one's
yeah,
kind of way more scarier than this first one.
yeah. The second one was more gorier than the first one, and
Mm.
Terrifier 3 came out last year, and
Oh, I
it was more gory
right.
than Terrifier 2.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't know the third one had come out.
yeah, well, it has, and it's about Art the Clown. He's dressing up as Santa Claus
Mm.
and attacking at Christmas
Oh.
Eve.
Yeah. See, I don't really like clowns. Like when I watched the first one, I
Hmm.
didn't really know what I was watching. It was just like, oh, it's a horror film. I'll watch it. And then, yeah. So like try and stick away to the clowns, otherwise I don't get a lot of sleep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you the questions about the Cellar.
Yep.
So, how did you get involved in that movie?
So Jamie, who is the writer and the director, we had worked on numerous like short films together. And it would like we would like turn up to set, and we'd been on a couple of sets before, and we kind of like got to know each other. Like we didn't know each other like well, but it was kind of like, when you turned up to set, it was like, oh, okay, I know this person, like we've worked together before, like he seems really nice and I think we get on well. And then it kind of turned into like a little bit of a funny joke because we would turn up to these different shoots and he'd be there, or, we'd be there together and we had no idea. So we'd like both turn up and be like, oh, hi, it's you again, without knowing. Um, and then there was actually a film we did, which was really, really good. The script was amazing. Um, I played the wife and he played the husband, but I didn't know that he was the husband until the first day of filming. So I turned up and I was like, oh, you're the husband. Okay, this could be a little bit, awkward because by that point we hadn't really acted together a lot in scenes. It was kind of like we'd turn up, he'd do his scene, I'd do mine. Whereas this film was literally just us two. So it was a different experience. But he's really lovely. And then he basically from that moment we kept in contact. And he just messaged me one day saying he's written this short film. Do I want to give it a read? And if I like the script, do I want to be part of it? And I read it and it was amazing. And I could like picture like everything that was happening. And I was like, I definitely want to be part of this film. Like it's amazing. Um, and I just thought that he would want me to play I don't know if you've seen the film or if you've seen like a,
Well,
no.
no, I haven't seen it. It hasn't came out in
Oh,
Australia yet.
okay. Basically, there's a scene in the beginning, and it's a different character, and she opens the scene. And I thought he wanted me to play that role because I played a similar role in a previous film that we'd worked on together. And he was like, "Oh, no, I want you to like play the lead character." And I was like, oh, like taken aback by like, oh my God, like this is like amazing, but also at the same time, like, oh my God, okay, this is like my first lead in a short film. This is like terrifying. Um, and then from there, it kind of just went into a feature film. Like we didn't even really discuss the fact that we were going to turn it into a feature film. It kind of just happened. Um, so yeah, that's how I got involved in it. It was just, us having connections from previous films and him asking me if I want to be part of it.
That's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So how did what was it like when you were working with the cast and crew for the project?
Mm. It was great because most of the people that he had on set, considering also obviously it was his like first feature film. So people he had worked with previously, people that we had worked with previously, he got on to do this film, to like obviously help film and do sound and basically just like connections from friends and etc. So some of the people on set, cast and crew I knew. I had worked with them before. The majority of the cast I'd worked with before. There were some new people. But yeah, it was just like a really, really fun time because it was basically just like a bunch of like film crazy people who love making film, love horror films, are really passionate about, what they're creating, and friends just meeting up and having like a great time on set. It was pretty relaxed. Sorry, my dog's barking.
It's
Um,
okay.
it was a pretty relaxed set, to be honest, and it was just like a really great time. I kind of like didn't want it to end. Like it felt like at the time it was going on for ages because it was like you'd film every like weekend or so, or like, you set filming dates for months in advance. But when you like at that point, it felt like it was like going on for a while. And then when you get down to like the last two like shoot days, you're like, oh my God, like we've only after this shoot, we've only got one left. And it kind of felt like really like, sad, but like really like exciting because it was finally finished. But also at the same time sad because I don't get to meet up with, those people like as often as I did. So yeah.
Mm, yeah, yeah. That's totally understandable. Yeah. Um. So can you describe the seller in 3 words, and what would they be?
Mm, okay. Um, Mysterious, haunting, and um, I'm gonna say cult, like culty kind of thing. I know that's not
Oh
a
yeah,
word, but
yeah. It's
it's
okay.
very heavily involved in the film. So yeah, I'd say those three.
Yeah, that'll be cool because I went when I'm able to see the seller, I will be looking forward to seeing it because
Mm.
yeah, because you play the lead cast, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Awesome. So because I gotta say, how did you feel about being a lead cast for the seller?
Mm. Yeah, so going back to like when I got the script and thinking it was going to be a short film, it was kind of like Jamie said to me, "Oh, no, I want you to play the lead role." And I was like, "Okay, like it's daunting, like, this could like be a really big thing," because he kind of suggested from the beginning that he wanted it to be a feature film. But he wanted to get like a proof of concept and then get some funding to then make a feature film. Um, and I was kind of like fingers crossing, being like, Megan, you need to do a really good job in this short film because you really want to be part of the feature film. Because if you do the short film and you don't get picked to do the feature, there's something wrong. So I was like kind of like crossing my fingers at the same time of like, please, like be in the feature. Um, and then it kind of just went into a feature. Like we didn't even discuss being like, you know, we've decided now, even though we got enough following and enough, um, film sets and crew, etc., and enough cast to do the feature. So it wasn't like I was thrown into being in the lead for the feature film, which I guess was a nice thing because I think if it was the other way around, I would have been putting even more pressure on myself. Um, and even during filming, it was like we're just filming to see what footage we can get, see what it turns out like. And it kind of went from there. So it was like overwhelming at the same time because obviously once people were like so like intrigued in it and everyone was like I was doing loads of interviews and all this stuff. I was like, oh, okay, this is like way bigger than what I thought it was going to be. Okay, like now this is really daunting because what if I like don't do a good job and I'm the lead of this film? Like, so yeah, it was a mixture of feelings of like, oh my God, this is the position that I've always wanted to be in, but also at the same time of like, oh my God, like this is like really overwhelming and daunting. But I'd say the overall journey was incredible. I mean, the journey still is incredible. And yeah, I'm just super grateful for Jamie.
That's great. So I'm gonna ask you the questions about Amelia, which
Yeah.
is a movie that you guys have announced a short time ago.
Yes, it's my
Um,
new feature, yeah.
yeah, that's cool. How, how did you feel when you're getting involved in that film?
So Luke Mepham, who is the writer and director, he is his film production company is called Macroverse Films. We have worked on a few short films together. He's always been the writer and the director of his short films, and I've starred in a couple of them. And we got on really well. A girl called Amanda, who's also in Amelia. Um, we knew each other and she knew Luke and she introduced me to Luke. And he'd always wanted to do a feature film before, but he just didn't know when the right time was. I guess for him, it didn't feel right. Um, and then I think just from seeing Jamie's success with, never doing a feature film before, never like writing a feature film, I think maybe it inspired him to take the plunge. And I think because I was involved in the cellar and we'd worked together before, I think he thought, bringing me on board for his first feature film would be, I don't know, maybe I'd bring something to the role. But yeah, he'd always said to me that if he was to make a feature film, he'd always want me to be involved. Not necessarily as the lead. Obviously, like I'd take any role that he was to give me because I love working with him. I guess it's just a bonus that I'm playing the lead role again. So I'm really excited.
That's so great. Um, so what are you expecting the film to be about? Like, is it like a
Mm,
vampire?
yeah, so it's kind of changed. Um, like it is a vampire, but it's like who is the vampire? Like who's going, what's happening, sort of thing. So basically Amelia is a loner. She lives on her own. She's like disowned her family. And people in the town don't know who she is, where she's come from. She's just turned up unannounced and joins this group, and everybody's like, "Who's this new person?" Um, and basically, after she arrives, people start turning up dead.
Whoa.
And obviously, it seems like it's me who's doing it. So it's a really like it's a twist. It's a very big twist. I mean, I read the feature film script, and at the end, I didn't even expect the twist, and I was like, oh my God, okay, this is cool. So yeah, it's quite different from the cellar. It is more gory. There's more jump scares. Um, and yeah, I'm really excited to do another horror feature.
Well, that is so great because I think I have seen a vampire movie. Like I haven't seen the movie Abigail.
Oh
Wh-
yeah.
Yeah, well, because right now I have Netflix, and
Mm.
thank goodness it's on Netflix, so I'm gonna have a look at that one.
Mm. Yes,
Yeah.
no, you should because I've seen it. It's great.
Oh, that's great. So I'll watch it, and I can let you know if I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you hope the audience would feel when they see Amelia?
Um, I hope they just feel obviously we haven't started shooting yet.
Mm,
Um,
okay.
so I don't really like. I just hope that they have a similar response to how they did to The Cellar, in the sense of, it's an independent film. We're all independent, like filmmakers, and that, all these horror fans are excited for a new British horror film. And that when they're watching it, what we strive to achieve in terms of what we want to get to the across to the audience, in terms of storytelling, set, visuals, all that sound, um, that what we have decided for the film that the audience feel when they're watching it. So I hope that we get the atmosphere, perfect, and that it feels eerie, that it feels different from The Cellar, and that it's its own unique feature film. And I just hope that the audience enjoy the film because I think the script is insane, in a good way, obviously. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm just super excited. So I hope that the audience is
Yeah, that'll be so great. So I'm so looking forward to that film.
good.
Uh, yeah. So I'm going to ask you the questions about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 as a
Yeah.
background.
Mhm.
How did you get involved in that movie as a
Hmm.
background artist?
So I was going to be an extra on the Cinderella film.
Oh,
Um, and I got put in the group chat for that. And I was in contact with a lady called Renee. She was like the costume person. And then unfortunately, I couldn't do the Cinderella film due to some health issues. But
oh,
I was still in the group chat. So they basically put in the group chat, look, we're looking for some background extras for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, or any people from who were in the Cinderella film interested in doing this one. If so, message me privately. So I just messaged her privately and was like, hi, like I'd love to be a background extra. Like, when is it? Where? And then basically I got involved that way. But then also someone called James Wingate. We worked together quite a few times as well. He's an absolutely lovely guy. He was also going to be part of the background extras. And so when we turned up, it was kind of like we hadn't seen each other in years. We worked on a film together a couple of years ago and we hadn't seen each other. So when we got there and I saw him, it was a great because we just basically got to like, jump up and down, dance, have a really great time. It was really chilled set and yeah, it was just an amazing time. And it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because I saw the end credits and you play one of the ravers. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
So I'd never been to a rave, but
um,
James taught me how to rave. So I
uh,
got to learn a new skill.
that's cool. Because I got to say the rave scene is my favorite part.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Yeah, the
Yeah,
filming was insane. There was a lot going on.
yeah,
But yeah, it was a really, really fun set.
yeah. Because I was excited to see a lot of things. Like a lot of people died.
Yeah, I know. There was blood everywhere.
Yeah, Poe and Tega.
Yeah, no, I know Tigger, Lewis Santa. We went to college together and then we went to drama school together.
Oh,
So that
really?
was another reason I ended up doing the film because I was hoping to see Lewis. But he wasn't on set that day. But
Oh,
yeah, so I just thought it'd be, someone I went to college with and uni with, haven't seen him in a while. He's in this big film. I'll go do it. Hopefully see him, but he wasn't
yeah,
there, so
yeah,
never
yeah. Because
mind.
yeah, because I did an interview with him, and
Mm.
he did so great playing Tega.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um.
He's always
Yeah.
a really, really great performer. And he's like super funny. Um,
Yeah. So so were you excited to see Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey too?
if I'm honest, I haven't seen it
Ah.
purely because I don't like watching things that I'm in. So I
Mm.
didn't know when the rave scene was gonna come, so I didn't just want to sit there like the whole time, like, am I gonna be on screen and am I gonna hate seeing myself? So yeah, I typically don't watch films that I'm in. I've seen the first one,
Ah.
with Amber Doighorn. We've actually worked together before. So I've seen that one. I just haven't. I've seen like obviously like snippets of the film. I just haven't seen like the whole film, if you know what I
Ah,
mean.
yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have like one more movie to ask. So
Hmm.
because like for the R.I.P. man, because
Yeah.
you played the a university student.
Yeah.
So how did you get involved as a university student for the R.I.P. man?
Well, obviously Jamie and I did the Cellar. Reese really loved, my performance in the film. He loved the film in general. And Jamie just, well, Reese and Jamie basically just, invited me to come to set one day and just play like an extra. And it was a really fun day because I got to see Jamie again, and some other people that I went to college with, so that was fun. But I'm actually filming with them again on the 1st of February. So I will be in some more scenes. So yeah,
That'll be
I don't know what
great.
I don't know what the scenes are, but I'm very excited.
Yeah, I bet you would be. Because yeah, I'm so excited to see myself in the film. Because like,
Yeah, I
if I go to the movies with any of my friends, they're gonna be so surprised to
bet.
me.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Oh my God, Tate, it's you." Yeah, yeah. So it was a dream come true.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was in the cellar we had like missing posters as well. So I bet for those people who obviously were on the missing posters as well, but that was like a because if it was me, I'd be ecstatic. So I can imagine how you're feeling about it.
Yeah,
Getting to see yourself in a film is like pretty cool.
yeah, yeah. Because I had a chat with Jamie and Reese because we did a live stream together back in December,
All right.
and we and they were so nice.
Yeah.
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 So, what was it like working with the casting crew for the R.I.P. man?
Um, so basically in the scene I'm in, the cast and the crew were kind of like on one side of the room, and then I was on the other side. I mean, when I arrived, obviously they weren't filming, they were getting ready to film. So I got to talk to some of the um, cast then, but not a lot. And then obviously Christian, who's part of the RIP Man and the Cellar, he was there. So it was great to see him again. Um, and some people from the another film that I've done, they were there as like, just helping out, doing sound and stuff. So it was great to see them too. But unfortunately, yeah, I didn't really get to talk to the cast that much. But hopefully, when I do the next filming, I get to talk to them a bit more. So
Um,
yeah.
yeah, that'll be so great. So, because what do you hope the audience feel when they see the R.I.P. man? Oh,
From what I've seen, it looks completely different to the cellar.
mm,
Uh, it looks way more gruesome, way more brutal. So I'm guessing when they watch it, they're going to be really squeamish. Probably like putting a pillow over their face.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, it looks pretty brutal, and gory.
yeah,
So I'm guessing that's the emotions from the photos I've seen. I mean, that's already conveying it. So I imagine when you watch it, that's gonna be interesting.
yeah. Yeah, I could see that it would be brutal because you know what the R.I.P. man's gonna do.
Yeah, because I didn't know that the RIP man meant rest in pain. So when I went to the set that first time and Reese told me that, I was like, oh my God, that is so how why didn't I think of that? That's amazing.
Mm.
So yeah, finding that out, I mean, he's gonna cause some damage, I think.
Yeah, I bet because I the first time I heard about what's gonna happen was when I was doing interview with Jasmine Keane,
Oh
and
yeah,
because she told me what will the RMP men do, and I'm like, oh,
yeah.
it's like, well, that'll be my type of movie.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah, because
I
I
mean, I think
love,
it would be
yeah,
everyone's type of movie. It's like, classic horror, I think.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I think that's all the questions I got.
brilliant.
So thank you so much for
That's
coming.
okay. Thank you so much for having me. I've really enjoyed it.
No problem. So everyone, if you guys are interested in seeing The Cellar and Amelia, then go see them when they come out. And I'm so looking forward to seeing these two. And I'm so excited for all of you to see the R.I.P. Men because like we're both in the film. So
Yeah, too, yeah.
yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy it when it comes out around probably this year, hopefully.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I know the Cellar's coming out this year. Maybe not. Maybe the RIP Man's probably towards the end of next year. I don't know. No, towards the end of this year. Maybe early next year. I'm not sure.
Y-
But
Yeah,
going by Cellar timings,
yeah,
probably.
yeah, yeah, because I heard that they're still filming it, so it depends on how they go.
Yeah. But fingers crossed we see it this year because it looks intense.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching this interview, and thank you so much, Megan, for coming along to Horror Talks with Tate.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and so, guys, stay spooky, and I will see you guys next time. Bye
Bye.
bye.